What's up everybody, this is B-Boy Tech back with another video called Money Mondays. This is episode 3 of Money Mondays, season 1. Again, there's going to be 10 episodes, and again, you can see what we're talking about over in the bottom of the screen right there. It is passive versus non-passive versus semi-passive. So that's our topic for today, is those down below right there in the normal picture, what I've been showing now, over to that way. I can kind of show it, but over that way is the 3 ones that we're going to talk about and kind of what they are. So there's different ways to earn money. Don't forget, you guys can always say stuff down below. Well, down below or in the Premiere chat over there. Well, technically over there. Go ahead and just say stuff. I'll be in there answering questions. Again, this is a recorded video, so again, I'm not live. This is just a recording. So again, always you guys can ask questions. I'll be in there every Monday during when this comes out, unless if I'm doing something else, but then the season episode will still come out like normally, unless if for some reason I don't have the episode ready. But some days I might be making an episode on the Monday just to get one out. So exactly kind of what I'm doing here. We're going to be talking about the passive money making first. So passive money making means that you can leave it alone for about 24 hours or more, kind of like Cash Magnet sometimes, AA Music used to be, and some other ones. You could leave them alone and they would make money. It's not everything has kept going passive. The passive thing with Cash Magnet is usually just for jailbroken devices. So rooted devices, jailbroken devices, same thing depending on if Android or iOS, but that application's only on Android. Let's see. The passive, to me usually means you can leave it alone for 24 hours or more and it sits there and makes you money. There was some ways to make other applications into passive ones, but that will be put into another Money Monday. We'll be talking about different ways that you can make it. But there's passive websites, there's passive applications that you can run to make you money if you can still find them. And that's usually good. They're kind of going away. It's now, I'm sorry, I'm doing something else to make money in the background. Messing with one of my old MacBooks. But the passive side of making money online is kind of dying away. You gotta somehow know how to make things that are semi-passive into being passive, or non-passive into being passive money. You had to be smart enough to do that. We're going to be touching that topic later on in another video of how you guys can do that, but I'm going to say that, there'll be a season made just for that kind of topic as well too. So now let's go into semi-passive. Semi-passive to me, to basically everyone, was like the perk applications where you would watch it, and after a while we'll say, are you still watching? Are you still watching? The Swagbucks application, that, the normal application of Swagbucks, they kind of turned into a passive one over the years, but they were kind of considered a semi-passive, where it would be somewhat passive. You may have to click on some ads here and there, but usually semi-passive will work for a couple hours, and then it will be like, are you still watching? It will play an ad, first an ad, play a video, and then go back through that sequence until it has come up with the amount of time that it needed to for that message to come out. Usually it's random. There's different applications that usually do that. I'm trying to think of a few that kind of do it right now. If we look at the Swagbucks website that has that watch engrave, some of those themselves are passive, but if you want to keep running them, it is semi-passive in that way because it will ask you different things. You will have to close out the web page, go back into it. Sometimes there's some errors with it. I should be talking about, Swagbucks engrave. It needs some work and loving right now, Swagbucks, if you're watching this. It used to be really good, but right now there's a lot of errors and stuff, so it's a lot more babysitting right now. So that is considered semi-passive. Trying to think of any applications really that would be considered semi-passive with that. That's new. We talked about the perk. That's good enough there. The non-passive, which would be stuff like Dabble right now. Dabble's considered non-passive. So you would click a video, you would click an ad, watch the ad, usually get the points. You may have to do it like how Dabble does it right now, is you watch one advertisement, then you watch another advertisement, then you watch another advertisement, and then you get a question, a survey, a short question, one question, and then you answer that question, then you get the points for those 3 advertisements. I sometimes use the Dabble, but one of the things that I kind of want to talk about is Gift Loop, which, if you see here, this is this is like their passive mode, but it's really semi-passive mode. How do I consider it as semi-passive? See the coins over there? Well, you can't really see it well. But right now I have 59 coins, which usually means I've been running it for 59 minutes. Sometimes they do the bonuses. Right now they're not doing any bonuses for their passive earning mode. Semi-passive really, because of what it goes up to, it only goes up to 999. After that, you will have to claim the points by clicking that collect points, collect coins, and then after you do that, I'm just going to wait until the 60 point mark, but after you do that, you have to click another button. So it is considered semi-passive because then you can go back into this charging mode and run it passively while you're gone. But this part of the app is semi-passive because there's a limit of how many coins you can reach. You can't just keep it going and then after, a couple days come back and have, close to 2,000 or 5,000 points, depending on what's going on or anything like that. It's kind of strange that they'll limit you in that. But then they have a non-passive mode, which is their swipe. Let's see if I can't help that get on the screen. The swipe. So what you will do is you will swipe through it. You might get an advertisement that you can click. Once you click on it, it will show an advertisement slowly, depending on your phone. So right now it's showing an advertisement, you get the points. That would be considered non-passive part of the application, the swipe feature. The video one itself that I can show you right after this loads, they added a somewhat passive. I tried it a bit, but it doesn't seem to work well. I don't know why. It was a application that's like a play to earn type of feature. I can't get back into that feature. Like if we come here, they call it playtime. I go to try and get into it, it loads. Now watch it load this time for me. Huh. See, look at that, it loads. But they have where you can click play. Now that this is actually working for me, I'm actually going to do it. But you would click play, and it should open up that app on the phone. Right there, you would hit the play. Okay, it just turned off on me. I don't know if that means it's doing something, but it's probably doing something. But that should be a passive mode of the application. Okay, it just like resprang on me. But yeah, that would be considered somewhat a passive one if you can get it to work of GIF loop, because usually it keeps going like the other paid applications. Sometimes you have to delete the application, install a different one, depending on which one you're using as the overall making the money. They have special bonuses that you can collect. Again, that would be considered non-passive. Their video one, straight up video one. Oh. You would click the video play button, and it plays an ad, and you click on the X and you get the points. So again, you know, this app kind of combines all three of them into one application, but its main two features are semi-passive and non-passive. By two main features, I'm talking about the swipe and the charging mode. The charging mode of this lock screen, that would be considered semi-passive. The swipe mode would be considered non-passive. Those two main features are both in there, but then the download the application, play them, would be considered passive, because I don't know how long it keeps you going, but you know, you might be able to get quite a few points after a while of having that application on there. It might be considered somewhat semi-passive after a while, but I think you might be able to run it for 24 hours depending on what phone you have. Now, this is kind of like a shorter video of Money Mondays, because we're already done talking about all three. I kind of used one application to explain all of them, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and leave a like. The other button seems to work too, if you're some person. I know who you are, but you know, if you are that person, you know, you can go in and give a dislike, but because I don't really care at that point, because I know who you are. Alright, well, I would like to say, all of you, thank you guys for watching, and peace out, and stay safe. Bye.